Good evening and welcome. My name is Meg and I have the distinct pleasure of giving the introduction for this evening's activities. The resilience of our class of 2021 has most certainly been tested. Spending time away from school, teachers, staff and friends is not how our seniors should be celebrating the culmination of their years of education and launching them into their next steps. The class of 2021 has missed many of the experiences that define a senior year, including a traditional graduation ceremony. Graduation is the final milestone of high school, and through this uncertainty, we are committed to celebrating this milestone achievement of our graduating class of 2021. And therefore, we have put together this virtual ceremony. We hope that you'll enjoy this as much as we've enjoyed putting it together. Before we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the real stars of today's event, CHS graduating class of 2021.
May I request all of you at home to please stand up for the national anthem.
We will now begin with a reading from the Holy Quran, recited by Abdullah Mahir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين وقالوا الحمد لله الذي صدقنا وعده وأورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء فنعم أجر العاملين وترى الملائكة حافين من حول العرش يسبحون بحمد ربهم وقضي بينهم بالحق وقيل الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Hi, my name is Lenore D'Souza, and I'm your Deputy Head Girl for the year 2021. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the families and guests who have joined us today to make this a memorable experience. Graduation Day marks an important milestone in all of our lives. It provides an opportunity to recognize our outstanding leadership and staff who have dedicated most of their time to giving us the best educational experience. We are thankful for the wisdom of our leadership who guided the students and the dedication of their staff who have given us countless hours. I would now like to call upon our principal, Mr. Steve Brecken, to address the class of 2021.
Good evening, distinguished guests, staff, parents, and the graduating class of 2021. I said in my speech last year that I did not expect the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020 to be a virtual ceremony. For sure, I did not anticipate it to be like this for you either. COVID-19 has presented us with challenges since March 2020 that we never thought we would have to overcome. But the strength of an individual and of a group is how we overcome challenges. CHS is a school that is never afraid of a challenge, and in our class of 2021, we have many individuals who relish that challenge. I'm incredibly proud to stand here to address you in this virtual graduation ceremony. In my head, I can hear the audience clapping and cheering, but it does sadden me somewhat that we were unable to be together in person to celebrate with our awesome class of 2021. On the positive side, at least it won't take us an hour or so to clear the quad after the ceremony. It has been a privilege to see you all develop into a group of fine young men and women who are ready to go out and take on the world, albeit remotely this year. You are now the second group of A-level students who have not had to sit the formal examinations. For some of you, that will have been a massive relief. For some, it will have meant disappointment at not sitting in an exam room for 3 hours, sweating over a paper. I would have definitely been in that first group, as I was not good in exams, as I find it really difficult to sit still. Regardless of not sitting examinations formally due to COVID-19, you will all be awarded A-level results by the examination board, based upon the grades provided by your teachers. I know that you'll take those grades in August on results day and use them to open doors to your future. Many of you will go on to university of your choice. Some may have to rethink options. That's life, and it throws obstacles in your way. The strength of character and determination that you all have stands you in good stead to be able to do that and take whichever path you need. I'd just like to take this opportunity to recognise your head boy and head girl, Basil and Mariam. For me, it's been an honour to have them in post at CHS. I have nothing but admiration for both of them and how they have tried their very best to carry out their duties in a virtual platform. I know they've been very well supported by the deputies and the senior prefects and the student councils, who've also done an admirable job in the virtual world we've been operating in. One of the highlights for me was when I asked Basil and Mariam to present to our local advisory board meeting in March. I asked them to talk about the student experiences during virtual learning. I think I give some good presentations, but these two were outstanding, full of confidence and truly honest about their experience. They are both true leaders of the future, as many of you will also go on to be. I'd also like to thank Ms. Thorani for her tireless work as head of sixth form. She is truly passionate about her students and treats them with dignity and grace, as well as making sure they know exactly who's in charge. Thorani will leave a lasting memory on all of you, and I know that you will not forget her when you leave CHS. Your teachers also deserve great praise and recognition for what they do for you day in, day out to help and support you. They go on the journey of learning with you, and I know that you appreciate everything that they have done. Finally, we must all take a moment to thank the parents for being part of this journey from day one. Many of your parents will have made enormous sacrifices to help you to get where you are today. Being a parent, believe me, is not an easy job. There's no magic formula that tells you what to do. There's no how to be a good parent book. You learn on the job. It's a full-time 24/7 job. Your parents are your biggest support and also often your biggest critics. But one thing is for sure, they love you from the bottom of their heart. So please now at home, if your parents are with you, give them a big hug, shed a tear with them and just tell them they're awesome. Please enjoy the rest of our virtual graduation ceremony. And to the class of 2021, I say thank you, God bless, and good luck. You are high-performance learners. You will all be very successful in whatever you do. Be strong, be proud, and never forget that you are CHS.
This is going to be such a special event for everyone, and we want you all to enjoy every minute of it. We certainly understand the excitement of the occasion and your desire to share your joy with the world. Due to the exceptional circumstances this year, Class of 2021, you will get your certificates delivered. Everyone else should get their cameras and phones ready to tweet, post, Instagram, stream, YouTube, Facebook, or however you share with the world, because we do want the world to know about your success at CHS. We are proud of your accomplishments. I would now like to call upon the Deputy Head Girl, Maria Mega, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, fellow students, beloved teachers, guest speakers, parents, and our administrative heads, Mr. Steve, Ms. Cookie, Mr. Nick, and Ms. Thorani, and everyone else who have made these past few years extremely memorable at the Cambridge High School. My name is Maria Mega, and I'm the Deputy Head Girl for this academic year. And it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to be a part of our virtual graduation ceremony today. Each and every single one of you has made a lasting impact on the graduates who sit here today. And for that, we're immensely thankful. Although this year may not have been the most ideal year to be seniors due to the pandemic making a shift to online school, I can safely say that all of us have worked hard to be present here today. And for that, we should be proud of ourselves. From waking up 5 minutes before registration to log on to Teams, to the numerous accidental unmutes, these are situations that most of us may have never anticipated to be part of our school life. But it's something that definitely taught us numerous lessons, including technological ones. While this might be our graduation day, it is also a time to show gratitude towards our administrative heads and all our teachers who put in vast amounts of effort behind the screens to make our online lessons enjoyable and understandable to all. Your consistent efforts and motivating words supported us throughout the year, and for that, we're extremely thankful. Please feel free to sit back and relax as the graduation ceremony commences. Thank you for attending and being a part of our virtual graduation ceremony as we gather here today to celebrate a monumental event for the graduates present. And finally, congratulations to Class of 2021. I now welcome our guest speakers, Ms. Rahila and Mr. Rogers, to come and speak. Thank you.
Before the guest speakers can address us, let's watch a melodious performance by our fellow graduate, Tanisha.
Hello, everyone, and a very pleasant day to all of you who have taken the time to be part of this momentous occasion. As the curtains of this eventful academic year closes, this has been a dramatic year, or should I say, a traumatic year, which has thrown unimaginable challenges to all students, teachers, and almost everyone in society. It has been a time full of apprehension and uncertainty. And to be honest, it looks rather dim and dismal. But again, let me remind you, this is life. And these dark clouds will drift away, and I pray that you graduating students will be the first recipients of the silver lining that dazzles with hope on the horizon. I will take this opportunity to speak for many students of the Cambridge High School who would like to say thank you to the principal, Mr. Steve, and his dedicated team of teachers who have given so much effort, time, and energy to mold you into productive citizens of the future. I believe I should also remind you to reflect on the support of your parents and your schoolmates who have silently but genuinely been there to guide you and help you through many difficult circumstances. I'm aware that many schools have been forced to cancel these end-of-year events, and it's understandable. But cheers and thanks to all who made sure that this wonderful school has made it possible to have this virtual celebration for our graduating students. I know you will be grateful to those who have supported you to reach this summit moment. My personal suggestion to you is to thank them by making them proud with your efforts and achievements in the near future. This batch of 2020-2021 has faced many more challenging hurdles than any other group I could remember through my long career and association with the Cambridge High School. But I am proud that you have come up victorious. You have fought a good fight, and now you stand on the threshold of a new beginning. This new beginning will set you on a journey full of bitter trials and unknown challenges, but there will also be glorious victories. It is a dark and cruel world out there, and our present way of living has brought us to the brink of disaster. But I turn to you, young graduates, to heal and restore the past glory of our great planet. You will be the pioneers of a new generation, and this gives me hope. The Cambridge High School has given you a number of lessons, and these are rare jewels of life, which are difficult to find and impossible to forget. So as you step out, you carry with you the blessings, love, and the best wishes of your teachers, parents, and friends. And all I can say simply is God bless you and guide you in your future to have the very best.
And now it's time for the musical performance from Christelle.
खुले आसमां में ख्वाबों के परिंदे उड़े, दिल के जहां में ख्वाबों के परिंदे। ओहो क्या पता जाएंगे कहाँ, जिंदगी ये हमसे कह रही है जिंदगी ओहो अब तो जो भी हो सो हो उड़े खुले आसमां में ख्वाबों के परिंदे उड़े दिल के जहां में ख्वाबों के परिंदे ओहो क्या पता जाएंगे कहाँ किसी ने छुआ तो ये हुआ फिरते हैं महके हम कोई है कहीं पाते नहीं जब है ऐसे बहके हम हुआ है क्यों ये दिल पिघल गए बस एक पल में हम बदल गए ओहो अब तो जो भी हो सो हो रोशनी मिली अब राह में है एक दिलकशी सी बरसी हर खुशी मिली अब जिंदगी पे है जिंदगी से बरसी अब जीना हमने सीखा है याद है कल आया था वो पल जिसमें जादू ऐसा था हम हो गए जैसे नए वो पल जाने कैसा था कहे दिल के जाओ दिल के तू जहाँ पे लेके जाए आरज़ू ओहो अब तो जो भी हो सो हो
A very good day to everyone joining us for this special event. My thanks to Mr. Steve, the staff and student for asking me to be part of this graduation ceremony. 2020 and 2021 have been challenging, but you should all be proud of the silent battles you have fought and embrace the strength it has given you to move onward and upward. The graduation ceremony has always been an event I hold close to my heart because I remember the humble beginning we had as we struggled to arrange this ceremony and have it be recognized as a milestone worth celebrating with grandeur. Student, your discipline and tenacity had led you to this very moment, to one of the many summits you will conquer. During these unprecedented times, the world as we knew it was being upended. But you managed to adjust and stay resilient in the face of many hurdles. You are on the verge of experiencing something new, and I encourage you to step out and help shape a future where hope, peace, and respect prevail. I am confident that every one of you will contribute to meaningful change, regardless of your endeavors. On this occasion, I would like to share some advice with you. Take every opportunity you can to perfect your character. It is the defining aspect of an individual, acknowledged across all walks of life. It will largely be the cause of your successes personally and professionally. Hold it in high regard. Do not diminish the value of your integrity, even in moments of weakness. Be the person who treats others with dignity, including themselves. Focus on maintenance in every aspect. Think of your life as a house whose foundation is built on emotions, rich with experiences, and strengthened by love and support. Sometimes the roof might leak, or the insulation will wear down, and you will have to patch it up. Do not ignore the sign of deterioration. until they become overwhelming. Once you address those issues, you can sit back and get comfortable, safe in the knowledge that your house can weather any storm. Prioritize your mental and physical well-being. You have friends and family, appreciate them and take the time to send kind words their way. And with that, I would like to congratulate every student today who has dedicated these last few years in pursuit of this achievement. Your reward is well deserved. You are our pride, and we are enthusiastic to see what you will accomplish next. My best wishes to you all. May you reach and exceed your potential. Good luck. May God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Rahila and Mr. Rogers, for your wonderful speeches. As you all know, CHS is full of success stories and students that exceed expectations. Tonight, it will be my honor to introduce our head boy, Basil Khan, who has worked so hard and gained the position of valedictorian.
Welcome one and all to the class of 2021's graduation ceremony. A day that once felt so far-fetched has arrived in the blink of an eye. This isn't exactly how I hope to be addressing my class and my teachers on what is such a momentous occasion. And it is a momentous occasion, despite how it's come to an end. It wasn't too long ago when many of us walked into this school unbeknownst to the challenges of growing up. And to be honest, I'm still figuring it out. This day brings so much emotion. Some of you may feel relieved, some excited, some sad, and some all of the above. From the little kids, whether that was at Cambridge or not, protecting themselves from the cheese touch, to keeping up with university applications and assignments on a daily, you can proudly say you've done it. You've conquered high school, and if you need any reassurances of that, look down on your robes and your diplomas. We are the precipice of the future. It isn't a distant reality anymore. It begins here, it begins today, and it is in your hands to make the best of it. Graduation speeches are usually quite nostalgia-driven, but I find it kind of hard to look back at our time at high school without remembering how it's ended, and I'm sure many of you feel the same. However, it's important to recognize the incredible journey we've shared as a class together, that for many has spanned over a decade at Cambridge. We've shared so many wonderful memories inside the walls of the school, and as I walked in here today, they all came rushing back to me. This stage here has seen talented musicians like the Nobodies entertain us in countless talent shows. Jaw-dropping musical productions like The Lion King and Annie. They were a few of my favorite experiences to work in at school, and I'm sure Aladdin would have been the same. The MUN conferences and the drama that went on behind the scenes in the WhatsApp group. I'm sure the office bearers there know what I'm talking about. The field where we got to compete for our houses. We saw Hawks absolutely dominate every inter-house sport there is in this school, and I'm so proud of everyone involved. We established ourselves as the best house for the past 3 years, and no one can tell me otherwise. The court, where B1 and B2 could battle it out every day to see who's the most superior class. However, it just always led the ball to being kicked out of the field and us embarking on Mission Impossible to retrieve it without getting caught. Mr. Angelo knows firsthand how difficult it was to stop us from playing once the bell rang. Every room in this school has a story. Whether that be the chemistry lab or F24, you've all had experiences here, mistakes and failures that have shaped you into the person you are today. Cambridge is a special, special place, but it is nothing without you. You are the soul of the school, and you've etched your very essence into its fabric, and that is here to stay long after we're gone. We are your class of 2021, not just because we got through because of the passage of time, but because we put in the hard yards and the efforts to get where we are today. And we couldn't have done that without our friends, families, and teachers. So thank you for the constant encouragement and support all those years. I couldn't have done it myself. I could not have done it myself. I thank God the Almighty for bringing this moment in our lives, for keeping us safe in a time when fear is rife and loss seems to be at every turn. Thank you to all of our parents for being beacons of support in your children's lives. I hope they give you the gratitude that you so very much deserve. On a personal note, thank you, Mama and Baba. I cannot imagine where I'd be without you. There are thousands of things to thank you for. Thank you for pushing me out of bed every day for school, and thank you for teaching me the more important things in life. Thank you for never expecting a certain grade or result from me, but rather always just being happy with as much as I put in all my effort. Every success of mine I attribute to you, and today is no different. Thank you, Arham. Despite being an annoying little brat, you've been a pretty awesome brother. And a very special thank you to my relatives and family back home that I know are watching, especially Abba, Dadi, Nani. आपकी दुआ की वजह से मैं यहाँ खड़ा हुआ हूँ. हमेशा मुझे दुआ में याद रखना. To everyone that understood that, cheers. I'm so grateful for my classmates, friends who I consider family, who've made this journey so unique. You've always pushed me to be my best even without knowing it. Thank you to people like Al and Jason who've pulled me through maths so many times, or to Ian and Aisha Rizwan who've always been online on the group during biology lesson. Sorry about them, Mr. Rani. And there's so many other people to thank. I could go on for hours. I could not have done, go on for hours. And how could I forget the leadership team of 2021? I could not have asked for a better team to work with, deputies and prefects during these weird times. You've dealt with me sleeping in during early morning meetings, and for that I'll always be grateful. Thank you to the SLT for leading the school in such an incredibly turbulent time. You've been so inspirational to all of us. Thank you to the other non-teaching staff for ensuring the smooth day-to-day life of our students. It's been such a long time, and I hope you're all doing well. I was really hoping to meet Islam Bhai one last time before I left. I don't think I need to go over how important he is to the school and the events that all go on here. So thank you so much, Islam Bhai. And of course, last but not the least, the teachers. No matter what subject you've taught me, or at what stage of life it may have been at, everything I've achieved to this day is because of you. Whether that you've given us such important lessons of life, from what is electromagnetic induction to the simple importance of starting every lesson with good morning, and we will take that into our university life and beyond. You were our parents away from home, and I hope we can make you proud as if we were your own children. Now, before I move on, I just want to take a moment to commend the year 12s that are graduating this year. You've taken such a bold step. I could never have imagined graduating last year. I was not ready. Most of your friends will probably still be here a year later. So the fact that you've taken this step is incredible, and I know greatness awaits you. Fortune favors the bold, and you are the boldest. As I prepared this speech, there was one date that kept ringing in my mind. Thursday, March 5th, 2020. That date may not hold a lot of significance at face value, but it was actually the final day we all were there at school together as normal high school students. Before the events that led to me recording this speech in front of 4 people in the auditorium transpired. Our final year will be defined in many ways. The year of the COVID pandemic, the year of the assignments due at 11:59 p.m., the year of the no swabs and the lockdown. But most importantly, it'll be the year where we showed the character and perseverance that no grade before us has ever had to show. Many of you have probably heard me say it, but this grade is the most gifted and talented the school has ever had. I mean, the most gifted and talented, and I'm sure the teachers can attest for it. And the fact that you graduated in the conditions you are in right now, the fact that you graduated over a laptop has only consolidated that belief of mine. Many of you probably won't look back at your time at high school with much fondness, especially the senior year, mainly the senior year. But I do hope you look back at it with some pride. We crushed it, and no pandemic and no virus can take that away from us. With that, I want to take this opportunity to applaud every single one of you, students, teachers, and parents, in getting through such a difficult moment. The world has faced unimaginable loss, and the fact that we are where we are right now is nothing short of amazing. I don't think it's completely set in yet that it's our final time at Cambridge. Many of you, graduations are quite sad ordeals for me. Many of you might remember me crying sitting here during the class of 2018's graduation after their graduation video. The fact that it's almost indicating the end of our childhood is really sad, and it still gets me down sometimes. But with every door that closes, another opens. We now look forward to university life, and oh God, I'm excited. We're all going to go through so many changes. Some of you may get accents, which is going to be so weird. Some of you are permanently going to change your hairstyle. And I know there's going to be this one guy who's going to hit a growth spurt and grow taller than me. I myself am going to find a way to grow a beard. It's going to be difficult, but I'll find a way. But one thing that I hope does not change are your ambitions and goals in life. Actually, Scratch that. I hope they do change. I hope your ambitions grow and you aim even higher, because life without ambitions, quite frankly, seems really boring, and I don't want to get bored right now. I don't want to get bored now. I don't want to get bored in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. That's grind season. I can save boredom from when I'm old and my skin gets wrinkly, but until then, boredom is not for me. When I open the newspapers, I hope to see your names in the headlines, all for the right reasons. If you want to become a doctor, I want to hear about the clinic you opened up after med school. Jasim, Ian, Gerard, I'm talking to you guys. If you want to travel the world, I hope you have enough money, first of all, and I hope you document all your travels on your socials. Just make sure you don't spam Insta stories, because it can get kind of tedious tapping on the screen all the time. But the point is, aim for the stars, and I know you will. Because for the most part, we're all very different people. But one thing that Cambridge students have always had is the belief that they can be the best no matter the situation, and I've seen this firsthand. No matter who you're competing against or what school they're from, Cambridge students have never backed down, and more often than not, you come out on top. And that is a testament to our teachers and the competitive spirit that this school, especially this batch, is brimming with. Gone are the days when a midweek test was our biggest concern. We've just been playing the tutorial. The real game starts now. Your mistakes have actual consequences. Your actions ripple out beyond the school gates. Your responsibilities increase tenfold, all of which contribute to building your legacy. Although it has its problems, the school is a family. This building is a home. No, we didn't always get along, and God knows we didn't always want to be part of it. But that doesn't mean we loved it any less. I'm honored to be the class of 2021's head boy. I'm honored to be your valedictorian. I'm honored to have been taught by such inspirational teachers, and most importantly, I'm honored to be part of this incredible community that I'll always be tethered to. I cannot wait to see what life holds in store for us all, but until then, let's enjoy our final summer together. Who knows where fate takes us come September? So one final time, thank you, class of 2021, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Basil, for that arousing speech. We now have a stunning performance by Danica.
She was walking the street, looked up and noticed he was nameless, he was homeless. She asked him his name and told him what hers was. Gave her a story about life with a glint in his eye and a corner of his smile. One conversation, a single moment, the things that change us if we notice when we look up. Sometimes they said I would never make it, but I was built to break the mold. The only dream that I've been chasing is my own. So I sing a song for the hustlers trading at the bus stop, single mothers waiting on a check to come, the young teachers, student doctors, sons on the front line knowing they don't get to run. This goes out to the underdogs. Keep on keeping at what you love. You find that someday, soon enough, you will rise up, yeah. She's riding in a taxi back to the kitchen, talking to the driver about his wife and his children, on a run from a country where they put you in prison for being a woman and speaking your mind. She looked in his eye in the mirror and he smiled. One conversation, a simple moment, the things that change us if we notice when we look up. Sometimes they said I would never make it, but I was built to break the mold. The only dream that I've been chasing is my own. So I sing a song for the hustlers trading at the bus stop, single mothers waiting on a check to come, the young teachers, student doctors, sons on the front line knowing they don't get to run. This goes out to the underdogs. Keep on keeping at what you love. You'll find that someday, soon enough, you will rise up, yeah. Mother and that someday, soon enough, you will rise up, yeah.
Thank you for that spectacular performance. You never cease to amaze us. I would now like to hand over the stage to our salutatorian for this year, Mariam Salil, who has a speech she'd like to share with you all today.
In September of 2010, I walked in through the maroon gates of Cambridge High School into 3C, not quite knowing what to expect. Now, moving schools for me was not a big deal. At that point, Cambridge was my third school in 3 years. But coming to Cambridge was definitely a culture shock. At all the schools I'd been previously at, you ate lunch at your desk and you sat while you ate. But all of a sudden, I had to leave the classroom during lunch, and there would be prefects stationed across the hallway to catch those of us who snuck in. All of a sudden, there were group projects and talk of teamwork. I really preferred to work by myself. Then there were these bunch of days: Pink Day, Blue Day, Twin Day, International Evening, Funky Hat and Tie Day, Book Day, and the list was endless. I'd also never met so many people from different parts of the world in one place. There was this annoying thing called the cheese touch, and I'd never heard of it before. Needless to say, my first year at Cambridge was tumultuous, but over the past 11 years, I've grown a lot. My best friends come from many places. I've learned to camouflage inside dark classrooms without getting caught by the prefects. I've learned that the silliest excuses relieved you from being infected by the cheese touch. My shoelaces are tied, my legs are crossed, and my personal favorite, my hair is braided under my hijab, and nobody asked anything more. Book Day became my favorite day. I've morphed from a witch into a monkey, into the cat in the hat, into a ladybug, into a dwarf. I discovered the joys of working as a team, and although it's still a work in progress, I am learning to let go. All jokes apart, I really don't have one single word to describe my years at Cambridge. There have been low moments and there have been extremely joyful occasions. There have been days where I dreaded walking in through the school gates, and there have been days where I simply rushed in. There have been boring routine days, and there have been spontaneous, exciting ones. I've cried, laughed, lost friends, made friends, hurt people, made up with people, and so when I look back, there is a lot to reflect on. And I say all of this to let all of you watching know that it is okay to carry that pain and joy at the same time. Some of you have been in the school longer than I have, and some of you have been here for a shorter period of time. Some of you have had it easier than me, some of you have had it tougher than me. But whatever your experience has been, I sincerely hope that all of you can hold close those small moments where you felt at home at Cambridge. After sifting through all my experiences here, there are two things that I am carrying forward, and I thought I would share them with you all tonight. The first one is to never be afraid to ask questions, never. Not just asking questions in class, but asking that friend to have that tough conversation with you. Asking a question sometimes at the expense of looking inferior. Asking a question when your opinion is not the most popular opinion.
And I say this because I know from personal experience that it gets harder and harder to ask questions as we get older. But you know what I've realized? I've realized that I lose out on so many opportunities when I don't ask. I lose out on learning new things. I lose out on making meaningful connections. I lose out on shifting perspectives. So I urge you all to remain curious and ask questions. And I think one of the keys to keep asking questions is to surround yourselves with the right people. If it hadn't been for my best friends at Cambridge, I would have very long ago quit asking. Despite my questions becoming the butt of many, many jokes, I am forever grateful to them. And that brings me to my second point, which is to uplift people. Sometimes, knowingly or unknowingly, we make people feel small so that we can feel good. But we really don't need to trample and step on people to make our way up, because that kind of a success is hollow. When I think of the graduating class of 2021, those of you in year 12 and those of you in year 13, I think of young, talented people with big personalities. I know that wherever you end up in life, that each one of you will give your very best. So I ask you all to uplift other people on your way to success, whatever success looks like to you. Kindness really does ripple. I know way too many people who've stopped doing things they love because they've been laughed at. And I tell myself all of this before any of you, because over the past decade, I too have stumbled. But it is not about how you start the race. It really is about how you end the race. And with that, I wish you guys all the very best going forward, and I'll genuinely miss seeing you all inside this building. It's starting to hit me that I can't see any of your faces and that I'm speaking to a camera. Before I end my address, there are some people I need to thank. In fact, a lot of people I need to thank. Firstly, thank you to all the wonderful teachers at Cambridge, from primary to secondary, across departments. If I could, I would thank each and every one of you individually for the time and energy you've invested into us, the graduating class of 2021. I owe a big thank you to the wonderful administration and support staff members here at CHS. Over the years, I've come to work with so many of them closely, and I can tell you that they really do run the show behind the scenes. There are two people here I cannot thank enough, Umma and Abba. They've seen me at my ugliest, at my weakest, at times where others probably would not even recognize me. And they've carried me through it all. A special shout out to my siblings, Manal and Mohammed, for putting up with my many pet peeves and becoming my emotional punch bags. Thank you to my grandparents who've always supported me in everything, and my family back home for sending lots of love. I really wish to see you all soon. To the graduates of 2021, thank you. Thank you for making it to the finish line. Whether you're out of breath, dragging your feet, or crawling on all fours, thank you for showing up for yourselves. This year has been draining, and there is no sugarcoating it. Whether you are my best friend, a close friend, an acquaintance, someone I never spoke to, thank you. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. Thank you to my fellow student council members for all your efforts and for replying to my early morning WhatsApp messages. A huge thank you to my awesome, wonderful deputies and head boy for all our Zoom calls that lasted well over 3 hours. I would not have made it without you guys. On behalf of the Student Council, I ask the graduating class of 2021 to overlook our many shortcomings. This has been a huge responsibility. I know that we're all sincere and that we've put our best foot forward, and I hope y'all will accept it from us.
I make a final personal thank you to God for being there and listening all the time. Alhamdulillah. We should end on a light note. You know, I was gonna sing today, and then I thought, today's a special day, Mariam, not the day for you to sing. But there is a song by Bob Dylan, written in the 1960s, called Blowin' in the Wind. And I think his powerful, powerful lyrics are still relevant to us today. And I'm going to end with his lines. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years must a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? And how many deaths will it take till he knows? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to hand over the stage to Ian and Lenora, who will be enchanting us with the performance.
Hope when you take that jump, don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.
Hope that you spend your days, they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all.
I owned every second this world could give. So many places and things that I did. Every broken bone is where I live. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling, had the time of my life. I've never felt this way before. 'Cause I swear it's the truth. And I owe it all to you. 'Cause I had the time of my life. Never felt this way before.
It is now my absolute honor to present to you all the graduates from year 12. I would now like to introduce Nimet, who will be entertaining us all with the piano.
Thank you, Numet, for their wonderful performance. I would now like to invite Ms. Cookie to the stage to address the class of 2021.
Good evening, class of 2021. Wow, what an amazing journey. I feel so proud of you all to have successfully lived through these unprecedented times. You all have really risen to the occasion with your ability to adapt, rethink, and thrive in the face of adversity. I'm sure this has made you even stronger. As you all embark on a new journey, don't forget the life lessons you've learned from your parents, your teachers, your peers, and most importantly, your own experiences. I firmly believe you will not only use the skills you acquired and developed at CHS, but will continue to evolve and be on the path of self-discovery. As high-performing learners, I strongly urge you to continue your quest for learning. Set yourself goals to achieve the highest levels of work and professions in your later life. Class of 2021, you all have great potential and have made your mark in many ways at school by being resilient and intellectually confident. As advanced performers and enterprising learners, I wish you immense success in your future endeavors. Take pride in how far you have come and have faith in how far you can actually go. Wherever you go and whatever you do, just remember the words of Winston Churchill. And here I quote, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. All the best and scale new heights."
We now have the graduates of Year 13. After spending our high school years together, what better way is there to reminisce other than taking a walk down memory lane? So sit back and relax and enjoy the video made by our very own Alan Benny.
What's up, everyone? I think we can all agree that 2021 is the worst thing since 2020. Due to the pandemic, millions of students were not able to properly experience their senior year. It was brutal. As much as we would have liked an in-person graduation, I'm sure the school tried everything in its power, but it wasn't meant to be. However, a lot of good things did happen this academic year, and graduation wouldn't be complete without a video to make fun of. So, enjoy! So, how about a quick Q&A session?
What did you think of school?
School has been good, to be honest. I've been around for 13 years at CHS since the first grade, and it went by so quickly. It's actually unbelievable, because you say 13 years and it's, 3/4 of your life.
School was really like a second home to me, spending most of my time almost every day, well, except the past year or so. But school has really helped me get out of my shell with public speaking and other activities like that.
I think it was a journey more than anything, a journey which was really jam-packed with a lot of memories. I've been part of the school since grade 2, which means that, and here I am in year 13. So I feel like going forward with the rest of my life, I'll definitely look back at this phase of my life and realize just how many memories I've made, just how many friends I've met.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
At 28 exactly, I hope I'll be in my second year of law school, and I hope I'll be earning by then. And I hope that more than anything, I'll just be happy and content and just satisfied with my improvement and my progress as a person and in my career. I think, yeah, that's it.
Hopefully in 10 years, I will become a doctor, but I know I will be missing my friends and the good times we had, especially in school.
What did you learn in school? I grew up here, so there's nothing that I know now that I didn't learn at Cambridge, but I think I speak for everyone when I say that Cambridge is where all of us learned how to preserve relationships and build ones that actually last, how to not let our anger get the best of us, patience, teamwork, trust, how to be committed to something, and I think most importantly, just how to care for people.
I'd say some of the important takeaways have been, firstly, don't worry too much about what other people think. Definitely an important thing to keep at the back of your mind.
And I think the second would be to know the importance of failing. I know it's probably easy to get upset when you do fail, but I think failing is quite important. It makes you more determined than ever in some ways. So yeah, those are the key takeaways.
How about we look back at some good old memories?
Oh, can you guys do that? Wait, just a minute, mic.
What?
What?
Take me to your best friend's house. I love you.
somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I'll take what you get.
The crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield. couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, a missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never alone on this world, but that was when I ruled the world. That was when I ruled the world.
It's been an amazing event so far, but alas, all good things come to an end. I would now like to invite my fellow deputy, Abdullah bin Giyas, to give the closing remarks.
Thank you, Fahad, which leads me into just a little bit more thanking left to do. Firstly, thank you to our school management, our principal, Mr. Steve, our vice principal, Ms. Cookie, and our assistant vice principal, Mr. Nick. We deeply appreciate your consistent efforts to better the school environment and build a bridge with the student community. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work with all of you as a student council. Through the years, so many of our knowledgeable and helpful teachers have guided us and nursed us to many achievements and helped us develop a deep love for all of your subjects. Because of you guys, so many of us are going to be going to universities and starting another chapter in our lives. So a special thank you from all of us graduating this year, even though a thank you could never ever be enough. To dive into some personal anecdotes, I remember our business classes were complete mayhem whenever Mr. Binu used to split us up into two teams and make us discuss our random business topics. And obviously, not forgetting all the times Miss Dania was our mother and just sat us down for talks. A special thank you to the humanities department, who have helped many of us grow as students and in our regular lives as well. Meta thinking, linking brain, thinking brain. How could we ever forget to thank our lovely Miss Gabriella? She even got an iPad just to see our faces through online school. We love you, Miss Gabriella. Thank you to the maths department for never ever letting us have a day off of maths. Thank you to the English department as well, and Miss Meg for helping us organize all of the events we've held so far. For the past 2 years, I don't know how you've done it, but you've just kept up with us, miss. Thank you. Thank you to the science department, Miss Nasreen, Miss Jenny, Miss Fatima, Miss Sabina, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Nasser, and all of my other fellow students, teachers. I deeply thank you guys for the memories and confidence you've given us. You guys may not have taught me personally, but there are many brilliant minds who will always, always remember your efforts. Thank you to Miss Yelena and our arts department for giving us the supplies, which we definitely used in extremely efficient ways. And thank you to Mr. Olaf and the PE department for backing us in tournaments and always, always letting us use the field. I need to take a minute just to thank our head of sixth form, Mr. Rani. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being through it all with us. She's played a pivotal role the entire year to make sure everything runs smoothly for the graduating class. From recommendation letters to this graduating day, through this whole graduating process. I don't know how you've done it, miss. Thank you. And next, I would like to thank the backbones of the school, our administration, our support staff, Mr. Islam, Mr. Mustafa, Miss Asma, Miss Nasma, the bus conductors, and the entire team. I cannot thank you all enough. A personal thank you to John sir, who helps Mr. Imtiaz. I hope you guys didn't get too annoyed whenever I asked for the camera. One of the biggest thanks we owe is to our parents. They've always been on our side whenever we needed it. Whether it's been Amiji giving us food upstairs in our bedrooms, or her waking us up in the morning, or it's been our dads giving us whatever we want whenever we ask for it, giving us all the comfort and the facilities. So thank you so much, parents. Thank you. And finally, thank you to the graduating class. You guys are gonna be going off into your universities, but please just make sure you stay in touch with whoever you please, but make sure to remember your teachers, make sure to thank your teachers, make sure to thank your parents, because it is because of them we are where we are today. We are going to universities because of them. We are going to be able to excel in life because of them. So on behalf of you guys, on behalf of all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you.